What up? This is L, back at y'all with another video. The next 5 videos is going to be in a different format. It's either going to be me telling a story through the eyes of other people, which I've been different nationalities and dreams and all types of stuff, or me telling a story from a movie, like me looking at a movie point of view. And this is one of those today. This dream I had, and it was this August the 4th of last year, 2023. And I call this one Egan and John. I've been wanting to tell this one because it may not sound like much to y'all, but it was profound to me. It was crazy to me. Especially when you live it and you see it playing out. And as vividly as I get some of these dreams, they be amazing sometimes. This was one of those, pardon me. Alright. I dreamt of 2 guys, Egan and John, who were white, who were in a group together. Egan, John, another guy, and a girl. Egan came across an evil entity that stayed in the hotel room he rented. He tried to expel the entity, but it was too strong. One day, he gets John and 2 others and tells them what's going on. They head to the room. Then Egan gets the courage to run in the room to face the entity, his belongings being in there, and never came back out of the room. John and the others stayed at the door to the hall calling for Egan to come out. Egan never came, despite John and 2 others calling him. John eventually runs in to save Egan and gets him out. Egan is unresponsive, like he's faded. He's like he been choked out. And the entity drained John in his efforts, and John was like drained, like he had no energy. Fast forward, even though he went in and saved Egan pretty quickly, he still looked drained and out of energy. Fast forward, it's like time moved on. I saw John and Egan were gay, and they were living together in an apartment. Egan is now a feminine homosexual. The evil entity has affected their lives. They are not who they were before the experience. John's teeth is now falling out, and he is losing weight. He now paints masterpiece artwork, whereas he never painted before. He didn't even know he had the talent to paint before. John tells Egan he's going to die soon and instructs him on what to do with his body. Egan vaguely replies, okay, whatever, not wanting to hear the conversation. John has been saying this often of late. Egan doesn't want to hear that talk this day, because he's been talking about him dying and all this crazy stuff. And then I seen him painting, and he became renowned. He's known as being a painter. And Egan became a flaming gay guy, like feminine. Egan had blonde hair. He cut it short. He's nothing like nothing like who they were before they tried to run into that hotel room that day. All right. So he didn't want to hear John talking about killing himself that day. So John acts as if he left the apartment and hides in a nearby closet. Egan starts to leave the apartment himself. Then John jumps out, grabs Egan by the throat while he is not looking, and choked the life out of him. He choked him until he died. John can feel the air. John can feel the air leaving Egan's throat, literally. See, John was fully possessed that day. The entity lived in him since that day in the hotel, and it was killing him inside and out. He was dying, but he felt that the murder of Egan was art, just like his masterpiece artwork that hung on the wall. He thought in his mind that he'd die in prison and Egan's murder would sell his art. I felt the energy of the evil spirit in the hotel room in John as he murdered Egan. Me personally, I felt that. They were not gay before the incident also. They were straight, but good friends. And yes, that's about what happened. That about wraps it up. He kills Egan. He chokes the life out of him. And I remember as John was choking him, he felt like killing Egan would make him more of a prominent figure in his death. It'd make him like legendary in death. Like he already was a master painter. He knew he was dying. So when he killed his friend Egan, he felt like that'd solidify his legendary status, or his spot in history, or something like that. He was thinking crazy. It was a demon in him thinking crazy. The demon affected Egan and it affected John. They were not gay before this. They were just friends. They were close friends. But then it's like as they went through that together with that hotel room thing, it drew them together in some weird way. And it gave John powers to paint. So that made me think of that story about that guy who couldn't play the guitar, but then he made a deal with the enemy, and then he wound up becoming a master guitar player. So that gives some, some credence or some kind of credibility to that story when I have a dream like this, off of this dream. And that's basically a story. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Jesus is Lord. His name is above all names. What good is it to gain the world but lose your soul? The enemy don't want nothing good for none of us. And no matter what you're going through, if you're into homosexuality, you smoking, you drinking, we all got things that we need to face and fight. If you know that is wrong in the eyes of God, you just need to fight it. Put it down. Put it behind you. Die to yourself. Leave this world alone. There's nothing in this world that's worth losing your soul, We all got things we need to fight. Ain't no one sin better than another sin. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like, oh, I had to drink and smoke and you doing homosexual stuff, you're wrong and all this stuff. No, it's not that. We shouldn't be fornicating, all of that. We should stop doing the things that angers the Most High God against us. You should marry. One man should have his own wife. One wife, your own husband. Stop looking at other people's men. The grass is not greener on the other side. Trust me, you're going to go through something with whoever you get with. Even if you're in a homosexual relationship, you like, oh, I don't like guys because they do X and O to me. You're going to get with a girl, they're going to do X and O to you. I don't like girls because they do X and O. You're going to get with guys and they're going to do X and O. And then it's even worse because them are abominable spirits that's inhabiting your body. So you're never going to have peace. The only peace is in Jesus Christ. And that goes for all of us. If you want a good woman, you want a good man, you need to make sure that they believe in Jesus Christ and y'all have that walk, that y'all walking before the Lord. That's the only way to have something good in life. Anything outside of that is going to fail. 80% of the time it's going to fail. Or it's going to be something that's crazy that keeps y'all together, like y'all both on crack, or y'all both drunkards, or he don't mind being used by you, or she don't mind being used by you, which is not love. So they're going to slowly drain themselves. So it's no life, it's no peace out there. People need to come to Jesus and leave these things alone. So that's all I get from this dream. And I wanted to share this because it went by quick. But when I woke up from this, it was so prolific and profound to me the way it went. And the fact that he killed his friend from so many years, because it's like years passed from the day in that hotel room to the day that he killed him. And that demon that was in the hotel room dwelt in them, both of them. More so in John, it took the most toll on John, but it also took a toll on Egan too. So, the enemy don't have nothing good for us in store. So we need to stay away from his devices. And don't run into no rooms or go into no areas trying to fight the enemy without the name of Jesus Christ. The name of Jesus Christ is the name above all names. If you don't have Jesus in your heart, if you're not prayed up, you ain't fasting, you ain't reading, you can't beat no evil entity. That's why all these people who want to be running in these haunted houses and call themselves ghost chasing, they playing with themselves. They playing with their lives. Because one of them things could jump in you and change your life or change your family's life or make bad things happen all around you because you don't know what you're playing with. This stuff is real, people. Keep God first. Until next time, I love you in the name of Jesus Christ. And may he be with you and me. And your families also, all right? Have a good one.